Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Gul Knowledge Hub. Welcome my YouTube family to your own channel, which is Gul Knowledge Hub. Today we are going to study a very important topic, and the name of topic is how to become fluent forever in any language. Yes, dear audience, because most of the English videos are connecting or studying how to become fluent in English, but I am here emphasizing the word how to become fluent forever in any language. Yes, dear audience, because getting fluency for a short period of time, for a short span of time, is not the objective of this video. I want you to make fluent in English forever. So I am making this video because I am pretty sure that you have, as an English learner, might have asked a question many times, that how can I become a fluent English speaker fast and fluently and forever? Recently, dear audience, I have read a book called Fluent Forever by Gabriel Warner. And you might be astonished that he is a polyglot and he understands and he can speak Russian, German, Hungarian, Spanish, Japanese, a lot more languages. And he has disclosed and he has unlocked all the secrets of language learning in his book Fluent Forever. Today I am going to discuss the 4 techniques which he has described in his book Fluent Forever. Because getting fluency is the matter of every English learner. Every English learner wants to get success, wants to be a fluent English speaker, but there are many hurdles. And I know that to become a fluent English speaker also depends upon knowing this reality, how to write correctly. Yes, dear audience, if you can write correctly and confidently, it will boost up your fluency in English. But if you can't hire a teacher, or if you can't join an English class, and there is no possibility of having a teacher as your trainer, then tell me, dear audience, how can you evaluate your writing? Either you are making spelling mistakes or not. If your writing is flawless or full of mistakes, how can you understand? How can you comprehend, and how can you make it possible to get checked your writing? Because if your writing is incorrect and full of errors, either these are grammatical errors or spelling errors, what would be your fluency? So how can you evaluate your writing? Because writing is the foundation of your fluency in English, but you can't get it checked by a teacher. Then how can you evaluate your writing? This is the question of today, and you have to answer me in the comment section. But dear audience, don't get panic, because I have a solution for that. If you can't hire a teacher, if you are improving your English language at your own, by your own selves at your home, and there is no one to judge you, to evaluate and to assist you, I recommend you a website, an app, that is Quillboard. Yes, dear audience, Quillboard is the perfect app for non-native English speakers, because it provides and it facilitates 3 different tools, and these tools are of immense benefit. Because why these are very beneficial for us? For example, in every English video, every English trainer suggests you to read more books, to get into that reading, so that you can get the idea of knowledge concepts and you will get to know what is written in the book. But dear audience, if you are learning English language, if you are at your initial or intermediate level, how can you understand the literary concepts of the writers? Sometimes the writing is so complex and complicated that we can't understand what is written in the book. And if we can't understand what is written in the book, how can we understand the knowledge? How can we understand and we grab the knowledge out of it? It's next to impossible. So the Quillboard app has also solved this problem. How it solves this problem? There are first of all 3 tools. First of all, I will suggest you the tool Paraphraser. Yes, dear audience, Paraphraser is a tool in Quillboard. You just have to download this Quillboard app and then whatever you can't understand, just write it down in the Paraphraser and you will come to know that those same ideas in the simple words. How beneficial it is, because before this time we use our teachers to understand the complex concepts, but now Quillboard provides us the best paraphrasers. And the second most important tool which Quillboard provides us is grammatical checker. Yes, grammar checker. And I think that this is the most difficult task, that we can evaluate our grammatical errors. So if Quillboard provides you this opportunity that your writing will be free of grammar errors, because Quillboard will give you grammar free writing and your writing will be assessed by grammar checker. Your spelling, your pronunciation mistakes will be evaluated by Quillboard grammar checker. How easy it is. Now the third tool which I love the most is that what it is. The third tool, dear audience, is that finally Quillboard provides the facility of Translator. Yes, dear audience, how amazing it is that it provides you translation of the book in over 30 different languages. How superb it is that you are reading a book and you can't understand by paraphrasing, then what would you do? You can do it by translation in your mother language, because there are over 30 languages, or you can translate in that language which facilitates you. So this is an amazing app. You should download it, because after getting your writing correct, the next step will be to speak English fluently. Now coming back to this book Fluent Forever, I will discuss the 4 techniques, and these are special techniques, and I assure you that after following these techniques, fluency forever will be your reality, not a dream. Number 1 technique is using a spaced repetition system. Dear audience, every English learner feels that his memory is not good. We try to memorize all the new words, but what happens? When we wake up the next morning, we all forget the words. We forget all the words which we have remembered and practiced and crammed the last night. And then we think that our long-term memory is not good. That's why we are forgetting the words. And now, dear audience, you might have observed this is very common problem every English speaker faces, that when he tries to speak and when he tries to convey his idea or knowledge or concept, he sometimes words don't come into his mind. He forgets the appropriate words. This is the major problem of every English learner. Why this happens? And what is the solution? The solution is using spaced repetition system, that is called SRS. Now what it is? Because research has shown to the readers that cramming is not the solution. Cramming can't make you a fluent English speaker. Cramming can't give you a forever solution to remember the words. Then what is the solution? What is this spaced repetition system? Just try to understand this system. Dear audience, spaced repetition system is that when we are about to forget the word, we have to see it again. This is called recalling. And we can recall by active recalling. Now what is active recalling and what is its importance to remember the words? Now just see that when we see the word again and then again, we give a signal to our mind, to our brain, that this word or this sentence is important to remember. This is called active recalling. And by active recalling, you can retain your vocabulary forever in your brain. Because whenever you are going to forget the word, you just see the word again, and this is the signal for your brain that this word is important and it should be kept into your mind and it should not be forgotten. So instead of cramming and wasting your time, try to use this spaced repetition system. And you can also use Anki's card. Anki is a website, and you can also use this Anki app to remember the words. Now second technique which Gabriel mentions in Fluent Forever is that, what is this technique? This technique is connection of words to images. Yes, dear audience, connections are central to remember anything. When we connect between two things, between the word and the experience, we remember that word easily. This is called connections. We have to build connections to remember words and to retain it in our memory for a long period of time. Now, how can we build connections? For example, if I want to learn and remember a word house, I can search it in the Google. House, there will be a picture of any house, but this is not the strong connection. I have to imagine my childhood house in which I and my parents used to live. My memories, my whole childhood was spent in that house. The picture will be in my mind, and now I have built the strong connection between the house and the house in which I used to live. In this way, try to build connections between the words and the real experiences which you faced in your life. This is the best tool to remember the words and the sentences. Number 3 is listening carefully for rhythm and sound. Yes, dear audience, because if you are clear in your accent and the other person who is listening you can understand you effectively, he will be curious to know what you want to convey. For example, you are listening and you are watching this video. If you like the accent, if you like that my words are clear and you are getting some knowledge, you would be curious to know how I became fluent in English. What was my methodology? What was my journey of getting fluency in English language? What were the hurdles? What were the mistakes which you should avoid? So accent plays a greater role. But how to achieve this accent, that your word should be clear in listening? So what can I do? You can do, dear audience, is that you have to start from the initial sounds. For example, on YouTube, there are many English trainers who are teaching you the alphabets sounds, because sounds are different of every language. English sounds are different from your native language, and if you work on your sounds, your accent will be improved. For example, how to pronounce a word in water. In water, I would say that the word R sound is omitted, is removed, and the word is pronounced as water. Information. So when we will be clear in our accent, our tone will be clear, we will be more fluent in English, we will be more confident. And the last and the fourth technique is just try to learn new language or English language as kids do. Because I have observed in my academic career, in our schools and in our educational institutions, that teachers emphasize on that this is present indefinite, this is present continuous tense, this is present perfect tense, these are the rules and this is the structure. Here should first come subject, then helping verb, then verb and object, all that. You have to remember, no, this is not the natural structure. You are just bombarding your brain with just structures. You have to follow the kids' pattern, how they learn language. Whether they learn grammar first or they just learn by listening. So you have to adopt a kid's approach towards learning English language. Then it would be an enjoyable journey. It would be a fun journey. So it would not be a tedious talk or hard or exhausting work for you. You will enjoy your process of learning English. So I have discovered 4 methods, 4 techniques which I have shared with you, and apart from that I have shared an excellent app, Quillboard, to you. Dear audience, you have to use the Quillboard app in order to make your writing error-free. And when your writing will be error-free and you will be confident, your fluency will be much better from there you are. So with this positive note, stay happy, stay blessed. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.